Sevivon, the game played by Jews across the world on the nights of Hanukkah. There are two terms to refer to when talking about the famous spinning top. Both Sevivon and dreidel are widely used terms. According to an article by Anat Rosenberg, quote, Yiddish-speaking Jews changed the name of the top and the game to dreidel from the German word drehen, meaning to spin. A dreidel is a top with 4 sides on it. Each side has its Hebrew letter. Most of the world's dreidels have the letters Nun, Gimel, He, and Shin. In Hebrew, this means Nes Gadol Hayasham, or a great miracle happened there, referring to the miracle of Hanukkah. In Israel, however, the Hebrew characters are different. Nun, Gimel, He, and Peh, meaning a great miracle happened here. The difference between these is the here and the there. It is a way to recognize Israel and the Promised Land. According to an article by Rabbi David Golkin, quote, the letters Nun, Gimel, He, Shin are supposed to represent the 4 kingdoms that tried to destroy us in ancient times. For example, the N of Nun stands for Nebuchadnezzar, who was the ruler of Babylon. The H of He stands for Haman, the advisor to the king of Persia and Media. The G of Gimel stands for Gog in Greece, the main story behind the miracle of Hanukkah. And the S for Shin stands for Ser and Rome. The dreidel game originally had nothing to do with Hanukkah. In the 19th century, when it was illegal to learn and study Torah, a rabbi advised that those learning kept dreidels with them. This was so that if they were checked when studying Torah, they could just say that they were playing a game. If asked to explain more, they would then speak of the game based on the numerical value of the Hebrew letters, not truly being how the game is played. It was soon discovered that the numerical equivalent for the dreidel was 358, which is the same as the numerical equivalent for the word Mashiach, which means Messiah in Hebrew. Thus, the dreidel was recognized within the miracle of Hanukkah. When playing dreidel, each side has its own value. Those who are playing put in a bid of 2 gelt, which are chocolate coins, and the game begins. Each player takes a turn at the table, spinning a dreidel. When the pot runs out, everybody puts more in. When a player lands on a shin, they put 1 extra gelt into a pot. When the player lands on a nun, they give nothing and they gain nothing. When a player lands on a hay, they get half of the pot. If there is an odd number, then they get the lesser amount of gelt, the lesser half. And last but not least, Gimel. Gimel is the winning symbol. If a player lands on a Gimel, then they get all of the pot and people have to start the starting bid all over again. The game continues until one person has all of the gelt or until everybody backs out. Originally, dreidel had nothing to do with Hanukkah. Ireland and England have a game called totem or tea totem, which is played around Christmas. Totem was first played around circa 1500 to 1520. The name tota came from a Latin origin meaning all. By 1801, the 4 letters had their representations in English: T, H, P, and end. Take all, half, put down, and nothing. Germany also has its own equivalent with nichts ganz, halb, and stell ein, with the dreidel being called a tora or a trundle. Though there are many names to refer to a spinning top, the ones that stuck the most were Sevivon and dreidel.